Double rainbow broke through the clouds over Buckingham Palace shortly after the Queen's passing was announced. The rainbow could be seen over major landmarks across the capital, including Elizabeth Tower in Westminster and the Queen Victoria Memorial.
Earlier in the day, Buckingham Palace announced that Her Majesty, who ruled over the Commonwealth for a record 70 years,
a young girl who never expected to be queen, became the longest-serving monarch in British history. An appropriate rainbow, as you see here, spread across the sky today at Buckingham Palace.
In accordance with the royal line of succession, her oldest son, Charles, immediately became king, which puts her grandson, Prince William, next in line to the throne, followed by William's eldest son, 9-year-old Prince George. Just before her death was announced, a double rainbow appeared over Buckingham Palace as a crowd gathered. President Biden visited the British Embassy in Washington late today and left a message in a condolence book. In a statement, he said Queen Elizabeth was a stateswoman of unmatched dignity and constancy who deepened the bedrock alliance between the United Kingdom and the United States.
People gathered outside the gates to await news about the monarch's condition. They witnessed the phenomenon, which appeared after dark clouds and rainfall turned into bursts of sunshine, many calling it a sign of good news to come, while others think it symbolizes Her Majesty crossing the Rainbow Bridge.
So the entire world is completely falling over themselves because the Queen Mum has died at 96. And she died at Balmoral Castle. I just find that strange. Balmoral Castle. Do you know what I mean? And we're talking about a country that has the Gog and Magog parade with these giant benevolent wicker giants. I've told you about this over the years. I just find all of this very, very strange. September 9th, 2022, the Operation London Bridge is all they keep talking about. Now, if you remember from being a child, London Bridge is falling down. There's a lot to this. I'm sure channels like Russian Vids and others will decode this much better than I ever will because I'm on my way to help Mike Decker put a lift kit in his Toyota. So that's what I'm up to. But this is just weird. It's really strange. It puts Prince Charles as the king, and he is the world's most favorite climate change proponent, where he'll have everybody eating bugs and drinking cockroach milk in no time whatsoever at all. And it's amazing to me how they're hailing this woman. And does anybody remember the fact that we fought and beat the shit out of the British in order to have our free country, and then magically television turned everybody into huge fans of the London government, the Queen Mum, people that say they're appointed by God, that live in castles that literally have Freemasonic temples inside them. But, I mean, I guess on that one right there, I'll digress. And as far as the double rainbow, that doesn't do anything for me. Not a single solitary thing, because they can do this. I recorded this last night at, well, it shows you right here, September 9th, 2022. You can see one half of the United States is getting totally lit up while they're forcing a storm out of here. But notice up here, notice this large pinwheel coming straight out of Montana. Over and over and over again, zapping and shooting into Wyoming, Idaho, Canada. These guys have controlled the weather for the longest time, and they're getting really, really good at it. But I'm going to leave you links for this if you find this interesting, because I did. And I'll also leave you links for this website. Where is it? I lose it? It happens. Yeah, this one right here that tracks the smoke. Idaho's on fire, and the smoke from Idaho is covering all these states. It started pouring in Wyoming last night, and all this stuff was coming down in the rainwater. It was crazy. And we even had a little bird show up here that just dropped dead right in front of me. And I had to get rid of the poor little guy because Mike's dog thought it was a toy, because Mike's dog's a giant puppy. But these guys have controlled the weather for time immemorial, and this is how they make double rainbows. She's crossing over to the Rainbow Bridge. They called it. They took the double rainbow said that the Queen was crossing over the double bridge, and then every place you look at online talks about Operation London Bridge. You know what I'm saying? All of this. To me, with September 11th showing up in 2 days, that ain't good, man. That ain't good. These poor people in London and Britain, no offense to you guys, but I mean, these guys have had you locked up pretty dang well for the longest time. I find the name, you know, she died at 96, as above, so below, 96 right there. I pulled up Psalm 96 and I couldn't really find anything that made any sense to me. Maybe you can. I'll leave links for that. But I just figured I'd pop in real quick and give you my 2 cents on this. 2 days before 9/11, it's disconcerting. The fact that this is all you're seeing, London Bridge is down, London Bridge is down, the secret plan, London Bridge is down. This ain't good. This ain't good. Be prepared. Be ready. We know they're making their moves right now, and I'm sure this is part of it. Get her right off the playing field. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, I can't say I know for a fact, but I believe quite strongly that these people can stay alive much longer than we can, because the Bible tops us out at 120 years. How many people you know that live to 120 years? You know what I mean? And the fact that she died in the Balmoral Castle, first thing that pops in the head, bail and morals. You know what I'm saying? At any rate, I'm just putting this out there. If it makes any sense to you, put it together. Hit me with an email or don't. Links will be below. I'm out.